transformation of our city. And yes, this has grown out from a spiritual background, but it's also social, it's physical, it's economic, it's educational, and this touches everybody's life in the entire region. Kingdom Business Talk is going to be instrumental as you see our city evolve, change, transform, and grow. We're going to be in the middle of it. We're going to introduce you to the people, the businesses, and the places that are in this transformation, the people that are making a difference. And I want to introduce to you today two awesome people that are here joining us today from Sovereign Worldwide, Jose and Jana DiCervo. And I want them to introduce themselves. They're members of the community. Their organization, their business is in downtown Newcastle. Actually, they just set up shop in downtown Newcastle, and they have a vision. They have a mind to really transform the area. We're united in this purpose of changing Newcastle and Lawrence County, Pennsylvania. As a matter of fact, we see it as Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Newcastle. Yes. Newcastle is next. Don't be surprised if we grow beyond those other two cities.
Oh, yes.
So we all have the same vision, and there's a network of people, and this is growing. It's exciting. So I want to introduce you to Jose. Jose, tell us a little bit about your business, about Sovereign Worldwide, what you do, and how this is transforming the area. But first, give us a little introduction about your company.
Sure. Thank you for having us on your show here. We're honored to be here today and share with your audience. So we're excited. So definitely our organization, Sovereign Worldwide Martial Arts, is a organization that is focused on the families, focused on the youth and the development of the family and the youth for a better society.
Yes.
So we have a great vision for that, and we're excited to do it.
Awesome. Well, tell us, where are you located? Where is Sovereign Worldwide located? How long have you been operating? And where's your physical location right now?
Awesome. Well, we've been in business for 28 years, and we started here in Newcastle, brand new. We've been here for about a year, and then we just put our location right here in the area, 101 South Mercer Street, Suite 206 in the Career Link building there, and we're excited to be there, right?
Yeah, we love it there.
Yes.
It's a beautiful location. I've been there myself, and I can say that the environment, the facility itself, lends itself for the type of education they're going to show you. They're going to talk to you about what people experience and the transformation they actually receive at Sovereign Worldwide. Tell us a little bit about your background, your expertise in martial arts. Just a little bit about your background.
Well, I've been doing the martial arts since I was 7 years old, and been a long time. I'm been doing it for over 50 years now. And you know, I'm a 6th-degree black belt. I was in teams competing. That was my life many years.
6th-degree black belt.
Black belt.
That means I don't want to get into an argument with you. I don't want any problems, right?
Well, my approach is a lot different now.
Okay.
I'm your friend, okay?
Thank God for
I'm
that.
your friend, all right?
So tell me a little bit about that. 6th-degree
Yeah.
black belt, what does that mean with your personal training?
That means a high-ranking martial artist. Been doing it for many years. Been a black belt 6 times, if you look at it from that point of view.
Wow.
But each time it takes a lot of years in between to get there. So it's not like 1 year. It takes a lot of years to actually get there. Black belt in Krav Maga as well. Also, you know, I was a rated competitor back in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. Top 10 in the region and top 25 in the U.S. So many great things. I was a Hall of Fame also back in 2012, I believe, and Black Belt Hall of Fame. And just honored to be here. My wife is a 4th degree. You want to share about you?
So now you know why I married him.
Yes, he's a leader for sure.
Yes, for sure. So I am a 4th degree black belt
Yes.
in Shotokan. I've been training for about 17 years under his tutelage. So he's my mentor. He's also my husband. He's also my best friend. He's also everything. But yeah, it's been, I'm also certified in Krav Maga as well. I'm not a black belt. I haven't gotten to that level yet, but I definitely have that certification. It's been like a lifelong journey for me, you know, in my later years, obviously. But it's something that I love doing, and it's become a part of me.
Yes.
And it's
Beautiful.
a lot of fun.
Well, I think the question from what you just said, all of this background that you have, people in Newcastle probably don't realize that we have somebody of such expertise, such talent, and the ability to train from little children to adults
Yes.
in so many different disciplines in life. And I think the question that everybody's probably asking right now, after hearing both of you and knowing about your background, as husband and wife, when you get into arguments, do you karate chop? Do you karate chop each other? Does that happen?
Well, like
now?
they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Okay.
You know,
So
what
we won't go
happens-
there.
I do a lot of headlocks on her. you know?
Headlocks, okay. All right, no demonstrations
So
of
real,
that.
real
Okay.
quick, funny story, right? So if you go to YouTube and you search Shihan Expose, we did a life with a Shihan. You know what it's like to have a Shihan in the house. You know.
What is it
And-
like to live with the master karate guy?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. A day in the life with
It's pretty
Shihan.
fun.
So it's really funny, and you know I encourage you all to go check it out because it's good.
Can you repeat that again?
Shihan Expose.
Shihan Expose. Look that up on Facebook so you can see what
YouTube.
it's like. I'm
On
sorry,
YouTube,
on
yeah.
YouTube. Look it up so you can see what it's like to live with a master karate person. And I have to be honest, I have no other friends that are master black belt karate people.
It's just a lot of
and
fun.
especially husband and wife. So this is really a unique couple. Tell me, what is your vision of how your business, let's talk a little bit about your business, how your business is going to transform the city of Newcastle? That's what we're all
Man,
excited
that's a
about.
beautiful question. I love that. You want to take a shot at it first, or want me to go?
Well, so I'm really, really excited about what Sovereign Worldwide and what our team can bring to the community in Newcastle and Lawrence County, because you know it takes one person, one seed, one life change to multiply and just compound and snowball into the rest. So you know we start with the child and we end up with the family.
Yes.
And we start with the father and we end up with the whole family. So it's just impacting every single family that we can.
That's interesting. I shared earlier that the background of this podcast, I'm new at the podcast, but the background of this podcast is spiritual. And I do want to plug this in.
Yes.
We're not going to only have people from churches and from the spiritual community, but this affects everybody's life.
Yes.
So if you have a desire to change the city, that's what this podcast is about.
Yes.
Right.
However, you also have a strong spiritual, you're a leader in your church, and
Yes.
you have a strong spiritual background. So you have a similar objective that I have in my business,
Yes.
which is both the physical, the social, the economic growth of the city, but also the spiritual. So from
Absolutely.
that perspective, spiritually speaking,
Yes.
how do you feel your business is going to impact the city?
Well, it's everything from the inside out, right? So first in the spirit, right? So we take the family, the children, the person, the student, and just by coming into our culture, our environment, is transformational. You don't even know why, but it just happens. You walk in and it just changes everything. Then you go home with that, and then you keep coming back for more, and you just transform your life. So what does that look like? It looks like this, right? A lot of the students that come to us, they come because they want to become disciplined. They want to become confident. They want to develop focus. They want to have integrity, strength. They want to get in shape. They want to learn self-defense. All these different wants, which are to the outside, but you start from the inside.
I see.
And so, you know, in a covertly kind of way, we give biblical principles that enhance and transform the life of the person. So you become a new creation. You become brand new. It is not a better you, it's a brand new you.
So the spirit part is
Yes.
you're not teaching the Bible, you're not, this is open for everybody, but you use strong spiritual
Absolutely.
principles to transform the lives of people.
Yes.
And I can completely see that because Jesus himself started with 12 guys. Actually, he called 2 guys.
Yes.
And he transformed everything on this planet is
Yes.
all about, you know, he just changed everything. Life
Absolutely.
was different before that.
Yes.
So what you can do with one life, 2 lives, 2 people, a family,
Yes.
as they transform, they impact their community. Let me ask you this question. If everybody in Newcastle had training, regular training, and the discipline that you teach at Sovereign Worldwide, every single person, let's say from children to youth to adults, how would Newcastle look? What would be the difference?
That's a beautiful question. I can see that. If everybody came to us, it would be wonderful. So make sure you come. And so what happens is that I see a city where people are kind, where people are patient, loving, forgiving, all of these great things, but also they are thriving. They have vision, okay? They have dreams. They have goals. They have businesses. They have better schooling. They have better education. They have a better places to live. Their economy thrives and raises. So what would that do to a city like ours, right? Mm-hmm. It would increase the value of the person you're going to hire. Mm-hmm. It'll increase the value of the person that's going to open a business. Mm-hmm. It'll increase the value of the person who's going to be the doctor, the lawyer, the accountant, right? It'll increase the value of the husband, the wife, the child. It'll increase the value of the entire community.
Right.
This is like, I see it, right? Thank you for asking.
It'll also increase the property value because the person living next to you will have more care in what their house looks like and how they take care of things, because it's all about integrity and self-control.
So let's talk about that. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the value. So I can completely see that just because I've spoken to you before. Yeah. I've been to your facilities, by the way. Beautiful facility, great location, great place to grow and to thrive and to learn.
And we're expanding it now.
Yeah, we're actually going to be knocking walls down very soon.
Before we talk about the expansion, let's talk about the values. Let's talk a little bit about the program. So what is it that people learn there? Because it's not all about physical fitness. It's getting strong, even though that's an important part of it.
Yes.
What else do they learn? What is it that you teach?
Well, you know, like I said earlier, right, when students come in or families come in, they want to develop the discipline, the confidence, the focus, the integrity, all of these great things, right? So as a result of our training in a methodical way, not by happenstance, it is intentional, right? We teach the skills of communication, skills of developing belief, skills of developing discipline, a structured way, skills in developing honor and loyalty, right? Things that are missing in our society at large. We're instilling them back and bringing them out from each person because we all have it. Just got to bring it out. We're going to tap into that potential and bring out the best in you. And so you're going to learn all those things. See, the martial arts is just the tool that we use to do that because it's fun, right? And you learn to defend yourself and you learn to carry yourself and you learn to be who you want to be, right? But it's just a tool at the end of the day. It's all about you. It's all about the person. It's all about us as humans, the connection, the human connection, right? And so when we do that, you're going to become that person that you always imagined that you could be. So there's no mistaken identity. You're going to have the right identity.
Beautiful.
No confusion. You're going to know who you are.
So I've seen martial arts before, and I made it all the way as when I was young, as a youth. In Taekwondo, I made it all the way up to yellow belt. So that's as far as I went. But I did notice that the way I remember it, and I put my son in martial arts also. He actually made it higher than I did. But I've seen the discipline. I've seen the teaching. I've seen the breaking of the boards, the physical, and that's the way I've always think it. I always think about martial arts that way. However, with yours, you have these programs that really get into the heart of the person. I don't want to talk about it theoretically. I want to get a little bit deeper because I know that whoever's watching this is going to understand, how do you do this? Do you have mentorship programs where somebody can come to you or to your team and say, I have issues with learning, or I have issues with shyness, or I have issues with, being bold, or I want to be physically stronger, but I also want to lose weight. I have a goal of making $1 million within, 12 to 18 months. Can you help me achieve my goals in life? It seems to me that you go far beyond just the physical training of most martial arts. Can you talk a little bit about how, and I know we're limited on time, but the programs and how you get people there and shepherd people to meeting their goals in life, not just physical, but their other goals in life?
Yes, absolutely. See, when you come in, we understand this. Everyone has a dream. everyone. So you may say, I don't have dreams, I don't have goals. They're just suppressed. We're going to tap into the bring them out, and you're going to see them. Wow, your life just changes right there. And I can give you tons of examples when it comes to that, right?
Yeah, so
Tons.
that gets me super excited
Yes.
because, you know, in the last, since we've been in Newcastle, right, and we're focusing on the children and the youth and the families here, we've had children who are on medication who are no longer in need of it. ADHD medicine, sleeping medicine, behavioral problems that are no longer having those issues anymore.
So let me clarify. They were on ADHD medicine.
Yes.
They had behavioral problems and they were medicated,
Yes.
and now they are no longer medicated after
Correct.
going through your program.
Correct.
Yes.
And what about their grades in school and their?
We
Tell me a
have,
little bit
we
more
have
about
a young man who he's 13 years old now. He was on medication. He was failing school. They said to him, you know, he's not reading past a second grade level, and you know he really submerged himself into our program, into our mentorship, and now he's off medication. He's actually hit honor roll 2 semesters in the last year and a half. He's not failing classes anymore. He's mainstreamed, actually, in many of his subjects. You know, he's just doing phenomenal, and it's.
So can a family in Newcastle or in Lawrence County expect to come to your facility, meet with you or your staff, and let's say they have a problem child or a difficult child or a hyperactive child,
Yep.
bring them to you to get some of that energy out and to help shape, I know it's a dangerous thing to say, but can they expect from your program improvement in their child's behavior and how they do in school and all of that?
Yes.
So that goes beyond, that
yeah.
goes far beyond the normal martial arts.
Yeah.
Then. This is like a
Absolutely.
counseling session.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, martial arts is dime a dozen everywhere you go, right? What sets us apart is that we have a methodical way of doing it, and we guarantee you the results.
So it's guaranteed results.
I don't want to do it if I cannot get the result.
What about adults? Now we're
Same.
talking about children and youth.
Same as adults.
So adults can come in
Yes.
with their issues in
Just
life.
want to put
Absolutely.
I mean, we have fitness challenges that we do. We do them every quarter, right? We do a fitness challenge every quarter. It's powerful. Adults, you can get on that. We do it online, so you could do it at the convenience of your own home or break and all of that. But here's the thing, right? Full disclosure here. We are a family martial arts. So most of our students, the whole family trains. And if you come as an adult, you know you're going to be training with families because it's a family environment.
Well, what if you're like me, out of shape? Let's say you're not in a great health. Can you feel comfortable going into the environment where everybody else is karate chopping and things like that?
Yes, because everyone there comes with some kind of difficulty, challenge in their life. So no one comes in perfect. Everybody comes, I want to lose weight, I want to get more flexible, I want to develop confidence, discipline, self-control, I want to achieve more, I want to succeed, I want to become successful, I want to get wealthy. I have people that come and say, I want to get wealthy and I think you can teach me. And I'm like, whoa, okay,
Let's
that's a
do
good
it
one,
together.
right? Let's do it,
Yes.
right? But it's really exciting. Everyone can come, feel good about being there, but know that you're going to be transformed. You're not going to stay the same, and you're not going to leave not being better. You're going to leave better every time you come.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that explanation. And
Yes.
we actually can't get into how you do it. If you want to learn how they do this, you have to visit them. And how can they find you online?
Our website is smaschools.com. S as in Sam, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, schools.com.
Okay, so this is smaschools.com. This is all about Lawrence County, Newcastle, and transforming our area.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit now that hopefully our viewers have somewhat of an understanding. We're only scratching the surface here, but hopefully you have somewhat of an understanding of what they do. I can tell you it's different. It's not a normal martial arts location that you just go in there. It transforms your life. That's what they're about. Making people achieve, helping people to achieve their goals physically, socially, mentally, behaviorally. So that's what it's about. It's not a counseling session,
No.
but it's also not just a martial arts, physical training location. It's a little bit of both. So you get all of that. Let's talk about your expansion of your current space, and then also let's talk about what you want to do in this entire area and in this region, because I know from talking to you, there isn't just going to be one location.
Not at all. Our business plan is a location in almost every county in Pennsylvania, right? And we're working diligently with that. We have the plans to do that. We're ready to do it. We are going to have an academy that's going to train the people that are interested in growing with us.
So there's
we have all
career
that mapped
development
out
as well.
Yes, it's
You
career
know,
development.
Career
Yeah.
development,
Okay.
absolutely.
And it's all mapped out. It's all
Beautiful.
written, it's all mapped out, it's methodical. It's right there.
So
set
tell
to be
us
done.
about your current expansion.
Current expansions. Our space is pretty nice, and currently we had a meeting on how we can expand it, and we've made the arrangements to expand it. We're knocking down some walls, making a bigger space to serve better our students. Our classes are pretty packed right now, so we want to make them where there's more space for more students,
Yes.
and not take away from the quality of what we do, but keep the excellence at the highest level possible, and add to that.
No, that you hit the nail on
Beautiful.
the head.
Right.
Well, when you're expanding your physical space, that's a good sign. Your business is growing.
Yes.
I've personally visited with you because as a developer, I want to develop all of his future facilities. That's
Look at that.
That's what we're going to do. So, in fact, this is a good time to share. As you know, my company is Metro Vitalization, metrovitalization.com. One of our projects is called Royalty Camping. It's in Union Township. It was just approved in March this year. So we're working on deploying that. It's going to be a new campground resort here in Newcastle, in the
Powerful.
Newcastle area. Beautiful place. But now I just want to announce our plans that we've been talking about, and that's why I'm excited about bringing them here. This is going to be the first campground, I think, in the country that will have a martial arts facility embedded within it. So
First one in the
everybody that
country.
comes to the campground, their kids will get some of your training and that type of thing. So we're going to have one in one of our properties. And you've already cited, we're not going to say right now, other locations in Newcastle. But here's a young man, a young woman that's building their business. They have a current location in Newcastle. A lot of people may not have known this. You may not have known that these services are here.
Right.
You may not have known that this man and this woman have an inclination and a desire to change the city of Newcastle. And there's many others that are going to follow. So I wanted to ask you now a little bit about your programs. What's the pricing? What can they expect? You know, do you have different pricing for different programs? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, yes. So we have family programs because our main focus is the family, although you can come in as a single person. So we start at $200 per month, okay, and go up to the family from there. We also have a nonprofit organization, a community outreach program where all the businesses in the community help out and subsidize what other families will not able to afford. So for example, if there's a family that's short, we're able to match them with a sponsor and be able to help them be part of our programs as well.
So regarding the nonprofit organization, the Sovereign
Community outreach, yes.
Sovereign Community Outreach.
Yes.
And I can see the value in that because a lot of kids in our neighborhoods, in our community, need this type of training.
Yes.
They don't always get it at home. The dad's working, the mom's busy, and it's not the fault of the parents, but a lot of times the kids need this, the youth and the adults need it. So, but they may not be able to afford it. So there's hope, there's opportunity. What you do through the nonprofit organization is that you raise capital to
Yes.
help subsidize some of the students
Yes.
that really want it, but maybe can't meet the
Correct.
full amount.
Yes.
Is there a promotion for being on this podcast for anybody watching today?
Yes.
Anything you're willing to do to help people get started in your program?
Yes, I'll let my wife say that
Well,
one.
I would like to offer anybody who's interested in trying us out, coming to meet us, know more about what we are and how we can work together to help you achieve what you want to achieve. We're willing to do a free discovery session and also give you 50% off your first month's tuition.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. So free discovery session. That's where you get to sit and meet with you and discuss, you know,
Yes.
the goals and all of that.
And also do physical activity to make sure that we're a good fit for each other.
Yes.
And do physical activity and make sure that it's a good fit for each other because
Yes.
it has to work for both parties.
Yes.
And the other part was
50% off your first month's tuition.
50% off the first month tuition. So there is value just for being a part of the Kingdom Business Talk Network. Just because you're watching today, we want to bring you value at every session. Every time, every Thursday at 6:30 p.m., you should watch this podcast. You should invite others to watch this podcast. Be a part of it, because not just because you want to be informed of the good things that are happening in your community, the positive things, the positive people and businesses that have a good vision. When you look at Newcastle, the city of Newcastle and the surrounding area, you may not get that at first view, but it's here. We're not the only ones. There are dozens and hundreds of us that want to improve this city in many, many ways, physically, spiritually, and you're a good example of that. And so they're offering this free session to come in and sit down with them and share your goals, and then also 50% off of your first month just for being a part of this podcast. I want to close with just a few comments from you regarding the positive spiritual, positive economic impact in this area as your business grows. What is your vision? What is your vision? How do you see that happening?
I see that as we are going to be contributors to the growth of this community, the development of this community, the development of individuals in this community, the development of families in the community, a holistic approach to the whole thing, economically, physically, spiritually, mentally, all those. I see us contributing to that and bringing that to another level in this community.
Beautiful.
And teaming up with people like yourself, right?
Yes.
And we have other networks that other people are in our network and we're in their network, and together we're going to do great things for Newcastle. So one of the things I want to say is, don't look at it for what it is. Look at it for what it's going to be, because it's ready.
Yes. Share your webpage again.
SMAschools.com.
SMAschools.com, Sovereign Worldwide. Now, in closing, I want to share this. I've lived in beautiful cities with beautiful buildings, and in neighborhoods that you look at them and you think they're beautiful. But the thing you're talking about, the people need to change. We need to improve the lives of the people.
Yes.
So just creating a beautiful environment, which we are going to do, and we're all going to see. We're all a part of this. We're all going to see really the city of Newcastle and the Lawrence County area and this whole region transform, not just in our lifetime. Watch 2024, watch 2025. In the short term, we're going to see these are exciting times. But what good is it if you change the environment and the people don't change? So what you're doing is the other piece of the puzzle, which is very important, that has to do with spirit, honor, discipline, integrity, righteousness.
Absolutely.
These are the principles that, and in addition to that, strength, physical healing. I love what you said about the children that are going through your program and how they come off of medication and they go into the honor roll in their schools and they just perform so much better. So this is a proven method. I want to thank everybody that has joined us today. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next week at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Kingdom Business Talk.
At MP Coney Island, it's all about the chili and has been for nearly 100 years since we opened in 1923. We help put Newcastle on the map as the hot dog capital of the world. Visit our store, place an order for pickup at mpconeyisland.com, delivery with DoorDash, or find the grocery store near you with our chili locator on our website. Want to own your own MP Coney Island? Now you can with our franchise system. At MP Coney Island, it's all about the chili.
We all know there's an advantage to being the home team, to playing at home. And at LGKG, we have been your home team for personal injury cases involving automobile accidents and workers' compensation claims for over 90 years. At LGKG, over 10,000 clients have trusted us to represent them. We know how to present your case to a Western Pennsylvania jury. We know what makes them tick. We know how to win.